Hi, good evening. Welcome to Trendy Treasures. I'm Tammy. I'm so glad you could make it with us. I'm going to do a little class tonight. We're going to learn how to do the skinny. And I have my granddaughter, Maddie, with me, and my daughter-in-law, Hannah, with me. And I'm just going to teach them at the same time what we do and how we start to make our skinny wreath. We're going to work with a 14-inch work frame from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to need 12 pipe cleaners. So you get whatever pipe cleaner color you want to match your sign, and then you take them and you'll do 6 on the bottom and 6 on the top. I'm going to show the work frame here real quick. We have 2 wire frames at the top and 2 at the bottom. On the top, we're going to take our pipe cleaner. Thank you. And you're going to come up and come through the 2 pipe cleaners, and you're going to go in the very center of the up and down post. And then you're going to make it where it's even with each other that are even. Then you're going to squeeze it really tight and attach that pipe cleaner. I'm going to get one and show you. And they can work on it as I'm talking to you.
Like all the way up, or just like?
So what we're going to do, you got your scissors on you? Can you clip me, please? Thank you. We've got our 14-inch work frame from the Dollar Tree. We're going to take and we're going to come up. We're going to come inside the middle. And we're going to go in the middle. And we're going to make it even on both sides. Give your pipe cleaner even on both sides. Then you're going to twist really strong, tight, and twist that around 3 times. And that should hold your pipe cleaner where it sets up really nice. And we're going to do on the inside 2 all the way around the top. And you're going to put 6. So very good. That's it. Keep going around with that all the way. Hannah's got a larger picture, so she's going to use an 18-inch wire frame, which you would still do it the very same way. We're just going to do it. We have a smaller one on this one, and then she's going to use a little bit larger. So you're going to do 6 on the top, 2, and 6 on the bottom, 2. Beautiful. So we got our work frames at the Dollar Tree. You can get Chanel pipe cleaners anywhere, any craft. You can also get them at the Dollar Tree. But when you're making a skinny, you can't buy a pre-made work frame. Let me get one and I'll show you what a pre-made one is.
And then go to the top and do the same thing?
Yeah. This is a work frame that already comes with wires on it. These are like $10 though. They can be from $5 to $10, where you're only paying $1. And you buy a bag of pipe cleaners for $1 and you can make 3 or 4 wreaths that way. But these are pre-made, so you can't do these because they won't balance out what we're trying to accomplish on doing a skinny. And the skinny is what most people like to use inside a storm door, where they have a storm door and it only ends up being about 3 to 4 inches, and that way you can shut your storm door. And if you use the poof, ruffle, and rolls, you have too much to do inside a storm door. You can use the skinny now on inside doors, outside doors, fireplaces, walls. You can even use mirrors. If you have a big mirror over a fireplace, you can use one of the command strips and hang your wreath right up in the center if you wanted to do one with lights on it at Christmas time. There's so many options. And if you do a larger one, then you're pretty much restricted to have no storm door, but you can still hang them anywhere you'd like. So that gives you that option.
Do I put them in the same area?
Now, if you're ready to do the 6 on now when we do on the bottom is different. The bottom, you use the bottom 2 rungs, but you put it on the inside or the outside, whichever. But I always try to do the inside. Let me show you real quick. You have your up and down post. I take the bottom 2. I come in the first little section and I go up into the middle section. So everything's always in the middle. You'll do the top row, we'll still use the middle section and the bottom. So you're going to take and come across and you're going to do the bottom 2 and do against the post.
Am I supposed to do these 2 and these 2?
You can do it, just slide it over here.
Oh, so I did do it right?
Yeah, you can do it on the outside, but you can do it on the inside one too. However, it works
Like
perfect.
this and this?
You did these fine, and these you just put over towards this post. So you'll want to undo this one, or if you can slide it. It's kind of, you might have to loosen them up a little bit because you can't slide it. So it's too, yeah, you might have to unloosen this one just a smidge, but that's it. So the bottom rail, let me show you how you put the bottom 6 on. You go against the up and down post. So you're going to come in the middle of your work frame, and you're going to come on the outside of your work frame. You're going to make sure you have even amounts of pipe cleaner on each side, or the best you can, and then you're going to set and tightly twist it 3 times. And now you're going to do all of your ones on the bottom right up against that the posts that go up and down. So you're going to have 6 on the bottom.
Are they supposed to point up or like out?
It's okay, just as long as they're nice and tight and they're not sliding all over. You can pull them up as you tighten them up, and we're going to spread them open and put mesh in them in a little bit. So as long as they're just secure on the wire itself.
I feel like I
You
hit
don't-
mine loose.
You don't want them doing this. See this? You don't really want them doing that. If they're doing that, then you need to come back, open them up again, and when you tighten it, you're going to really pull those, like, you know, before you do that first spin, you want them to be really tight, because they should
I think
set
mine
up.
are loose.
They should set up just like this, and they're not going to, these might move, but they shouldn't move on the frame. It should be snug enough on the frame. So that's how we get it. We do 6 around the top, and we do 6 around the bottom. The bottom one's going to be using the bottom 2, going in the middle, coming out, and on against that post. You can do inside or outside, whichever you feel comfortable. I always do the outside, and you can do the inside, whatever works. And you use 6 of those. Now I have the girls set up where they've got the Ultimate Mesh Roller. Please remember that Susie's Ultimate Mesh Roller is fabulous. This weekend, if you go to my page, there will be an affiliate link that's for the mesh roller. Please click on it, and you can save 15% through tomorrow for her Labor Day sale. It's fabulous. I would be lost without it. You can roll your ribbon on it. You can roll your mesh. You can do 21 inch. You can do multiples of 10 inch if you chose to do that. So remember to get that while you've got a chance, and go to my page. I'd appreciate it greatly. And she'll give you that discount when you order through my link. All right, we have all of our pipe cleaners on. It's fine. If it's going to be all right. If it's so, we've got all 12, 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to work from the bottom first. So you're going to take, we've already got, you want to move your signs out of the way, yeah. You're going to take your mesh that we've got rolled up. You're going to use your rotary tool, and you're going to come across, and you're going to cut your mesh at 20 inches. So if you look right here, you can see it starts 1. So you want to slide your mesh over.
Does it matter that it's like right at the end?
It's okay. Just pull it to where you've got 20 inches, and you're going to come back there and do it on that line. Don't. I would start.
The other way?
Yeah, I would start and go out. It will cut you, so make sure you don't.
Can we cut on this mat?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what this is a self-healing mat. That's another thing that you should need. Now just roll these up, and we want to do six groups, okay? And set them aside. If they come apart, leave them apart, because we're going to use them at different times. So you're going to come over here, roll it out together, get to your 20, and do 20 inches. We're going to do 6 of them. So what we're working on right now is we're cutting our mesh. You need 2 colors to do this pattern. You need 2 colors, and we're going to cut 20-inch strips. And we're going to do 6 of them, because that's how many we have at the bottom. Watch your fingers do like that, I'm telling you. It will cut you.
Can't make a straight line.
So once you have 6 done, then we'll stop and get ready to start putting our ruffle. We're going to make ruffles, and we're going to put, there you go, sweetheart, much better. Just kind of
That's
give it
what
a
we
good,
did it last time. I just didn't cut it good enough.
okay. So once you get 6, so you've got 4 and you've got 3, so you need to do total of 6. You got a nice, yeah, that's nice. So
I'm in love with this. So nice.
what's that? Oh yeah, you will want. Trust me, you will want to get.
I've been using a basket with like the scarecrow's bar.
Oh yeah,
And just rolling it out because
they're on sale 15%. So, and they don't have the collapsible ones. They have regular ones if you didn't want to spend a collapsible, which would be like this where it doesn't move. I mean, but it's up to, if you're in your craft room and not going anywhere, it's okay too. So you've got 6, so separate them, the colors. Separate your colors because we're going to do one color at a time. And you have to decide if you want your, whatever your color is, you want to decide if your orange is going to go on top or your brown's going to go on top. So take your picture and decide what you like. You're going to see the top color the most. So whatever you're thinking you want to see, that's what we're going to put on. You get 6 yet, sis?
Yeah.
All right, so set your, always make sure that you shut your blade to off so you don't grab it.
I didn't know that was an option.
It's okay. So separate your colors. Do you know what color, Maddie, you want to use first?
The bottom one?
Yeah, what you want to be on the bottom is the color that's not going to show that much.
The green.
The green you want to be on the bottom?
Mhm.
Okay, because you're pumpkin. All right. So separate your colors. And once you have your colors separated, whichever color you decide to start with first, we'll set your frame aside and all your colors aside. Because you'll work with your frame a lot, so you'll be grabbing it a lot. So you'll just kind of want to set your colors to the opposite side of what you're working. Okay? Perfect. And if you need this just set, I can move that, and that's fine. You can work from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our color that's going on the bottom. Is that going to be orange or black or whatever that?
This brown.
Okay. So what you do is you take it and see how it's curled up?
Mhm.
You want to take it and lay it out on your table like the curled side down. Okay? And lay it long ways. There you go. And you're going to take it and you're going to go in the middle and you're going to take your thumb and your first finger and you're going to walk that up, keeping it balanced all the way and keeping it tight against your thumb and your finger. Okay?
Okay.
If you need a little something, yeah, set something on it to help you. And keep it in the middle, walk it up, keep it tight. You're making, this is called a ruffle. I don't know if you guys can see it on the film. Hopefully you can. See it, it's a ruffle. Once you get it, it looks like a butterfly. Keep it pinched tightly in your fingers. You got it pinched tightly? It makes a ruffle. See how it looks like a butterfly? Open up your bottom, whichever pipe cleaner you want to start with, and push that up in there, snug against there. And you want to keep it this direction, like a bow tie. And you want to push that against there. Now you want to take your pipe cleaner and give it 3 good twists. Don't go more than 3, Maddie. You got to add more to it. Just 3 good little twists. Now, it makes a butterfly. What we want to do, though, is join the sides together. Tuck them under. Tuck under those sides and make it flat. So instead of it turning up, you're going to make it turn down. Okay? So we're going to take it and we're going to turn this under all the way around. See how we did that? Now, where you've got this one in here, how many times do you do that, love? That's plenty. All right, so now you take your next color that you're going to have. We're going to work in the same one. Nope, we're going to do the same. We're doing the same one. So you want to grab your cream color. We're going to take and lay that out. We're going to lay it out.
Same
Long
length?
ways.
Okay.
This is how we're going to do this on every piece of mesh. Put it right there. Keep your thumbs. Keep it tight. Yep. Yep. And walk it out. Walk it up. Keeping it tight with against your thumb and your pointer finger. Keep that tight. Keep it in the middle. Keep it going. Now you might be getting crooked if you're just walk it out. It'll work. Just be patient with it. And once you get that, now you're going to go right back in the same pipe cleaner that you had, and you're going to set that ruffle on top of the other color you just put in, making it look like a bow tie.
Same way we put it in.
Same way we put it in, same everything. push it in there and make 2 good more turns on it with your pipe cleaner where it's nice and secure. Don't be afraid to push it down in there. Okay? Take that, join the ruffle, kind of overlap it, but turning them under as you work it because you want all this to go under. So you want to take your end and you want to overlap them.
Oh, those two. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so overlap your ends. Don't mind me help. And then turn it under as you come around. Yeah, either end, whatever you like best looking, whatever lays the best and you like whatever end. Perfect. That's how you've done it. So now you're going to do that all the way across around the whole side to get your bottoms done.
And then you do that to the top.
What, honey?
Never mind.
But we got to make sure this is pushed in here really tight. So when you get that in there, be real tight with that. Okay? So now we've got it all turned under. Now you're going to go to the next one,
Do I do?
keeping it under. So we're going to do the bottom. So just push this one aside. We'll use that next time.
Well,
You're going to open it up and you're going to do the next green one.
Or can I go this, and go
No,
back?
you do everything on the outside. Just follow me. Sorry, I know you might want to, but that's not how it works. Do all the outside first. We're going to do all the outside. You're going to fan it open. It's going to look like a butterfly or a bow tie. Push it up against that work frame as tight as you can. And then you're going to overlap your 2 end pieces. Push it up against there and give it 2 good twists. Make sure it's really tight on there. Try using both hands. That way you can really pull that in there. There you go. So now, that's plenty. So now you're going to turn it under. Yep. You're going to turn it under and then overlap it so it kind of overlaps your other. Beautiful. All right, and so now you're going to go to your cream, and you're going to put your cream on top, or whatever your other color that you're wanting on top to be.
Likes to stick to itself.
Yes, and the mesh is everything grabs on it. It touches everything and it wants it. There you go. You would just gather that up, that ruffle up, keep it nice and pinched. Open up your tie that you're working in, push it down really tight. Use both hands so you can get that pipe cleaner nice and snug on it. Then join your ends, spin that ruffle around to where it's pretty and underneath it, and then roll it under so everything turns under. So we're going to come back. Okay. All right, now turn it under. You get that sides all. There you go, and just turn them under. Take that whole ruffle and turn it under so it looks flat, so it goes the opposite direction of how you had it. And then when you're done with that one, you move on to the next one.
Is that right?
Yeah, you want to just, oops.
Sorry.
You want to just join your ends there so they, yeah, so you'll, and then you turn them. Beautiful, good job. So keep on, that's what we do. Keep on keeping on. Now once we get the, this row completed, we're going to put our ribbons on before we go to the next section.
Do you have to make longer ones for the middle one?
No, we're just going to keep on filling in. So we're going to stop right now and let the girls catch up. And once we get ready to do ribbon, we'll come back and join you again. Okay, now that we've caught up, let me show you. we have got one already rowed down on the bottom. So now we're going to add our mesh tubing and our ribbon. So what we're going to do is get your ribbon of whatever you want. Make sure it's wired. You probably want to cut the end of that where it's, you know, unless you think you can bend it out where it doesn't show. Oh, well, you might be able to do that. Well, I meant that line that came through there.
Oh.
If it doesn't look bad, then you can use it.
I think it's good.
Okay, and so what you're going to do is you're going to get your, I've got ribbon rulers. Maddie's got one. You're going to put the one piece up to the top. Yep, that's cool. Well, measure it and check it on your board. You can see. And you're going to start at the top. There's one ribbon tail. And we're going to come around and keep coming around. There's 2, 3, and you're going to wrap it all the way till you have 12. Because you need 2 sets of 12 in 2 different colors of ribbon.
So
Let's see, you don't want to wrap over. Let's see, did you have a tail that was,
Yeah, I did.
you already cut it off?
No, I folded it.
Okay, so we're going to do that and then come right on under and just keep it, there you go, kind of,
Just gonna wrap it and then
yeah,
fix
make sure it's tight though.
I know. I was gonna
Okay,
fix it.
all right, so you want to do 12 of them. And Maddie, you're going to run out at 9, I believe.
I lost count.
Well, you can count from the sides. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay,
You're getting
I
ready to
see how
go
this is going. Okay.
8, and you're going to do your number 9.
Well, that makes sense.
I can't get the first one tight.
Okay, let me help you. And once you get all of them on there, then you cut. Let me start. Let me just help
Keep
you.
slippy sliding.
Yeah, this is kind of hard. So 1, 2, 3. Watch me. 3,
You're not going to
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will I get 10? Ooh, I'll get 10 on mine. So you want to cut that extra off. All right, so what you do is cut to your end. If you wait till do you have 12? And go on the top. Don't go down below. Go on the top.
Okay.
There you go. Yep. Cut off your piece. Hang on, I'm going to tell you what
I
to do.
know, probably this
Nope.
just not in a straight line.
It's okay, we're going to dovetail it. Not sure those scissors are the best ones.
Do you go like this?
No, I'm going to show you. Those scissors are better. Will you get those? So then you want to slide out your board, keeping that together. Then you want to set and push it down where you've got it all laid out. That's fine. Then you, it's fine. Come on. And then you want to take and go through the middle of your ribbon, go to the top, and cut straight across. And you want to flip over the side, go in the middle, come up the ends, and cut straight across. Did we lose one?
Yeah.
All right, so once you get all that, you should have 12 strips. You don't, because you got it.
Yeah. 9 or 10.
Okay, make 3 or 2 more. And once you have those all done,
I did 13.
oh, you got an extra one. All right, so what we're going to do is we call dovetail the ends. Don't do more than 2 or 3 at a time because then you don't cut nice and I don't like. You take your ribbon, you take the top or the bottom end, whichever way you want to call it, you fold it in half where you have a flush side and then you have an opening. And we dovetail it. You want to go where the folded side is, you want to go at an angle up to the tip where the end of it is. That gives you your dovetails. And you'll do all your ribbons that way and set them aside. So we'll go on and recap. We used a 14-inch wire frame and we
do
put,
both sides.
I'm sorry, what?
Both sides?
Both ends?
Mhm.
Wait a minute, what are
Do
you doing? Yeah, both ends. Just, Yeah, both ends, just like that. Now you're gonna come down here and cut this one. Fold it in half on this end. Okay, and then cut that at an angle. We used a 14-inch wire frame. We used 12 pipe cleaners. We used on the bottom 2 rungs on the up and down post, and on the middle 2 rungs we did one in the middle of the 2 posts. That gives us our 12 pipe cleaners around our work frame. Then we came through and we used 10-inch deco mesh, 2 colors. We cut them at 20-inch strips, and then we ruffled them up and applied them on the ring. So this is where we're at right now. We've got 2 colors, our ruffles, turning them under so they'll stay nice and low and flat. Now we're taking our ribbon, 2 different ribbons, using wired ribbon. We cut 12-inch ribbons, and now we're dovetailing all the ribbons and setting them aside. Once we get them all cut and both colors, both ribbons, it takes a little bit of work. Once we get those all done, I would cut from the outside up to the point. There you go. That helps get your points better. That way it's real good about keeping a nice straight point. Perfect. And so I think we'll stop, and once we get all of our ribbon done, we'll come back and go to our next section.
Hold on, don't start yet.
Okay, so now we've got, yes, your wires will come out, and you got to make sure because you'll pull them out of your ends. So we've got all of our ribbon cut. We cut 12-inch ribbons, and we cut 12 of them using 2 different colors of ribbon. We've also cut 18 inches of tubing, and they both are using 2 different colors of tubing. So we had to cut 2 colors at 18 inches long and 12 of those. So now we're going to take our wreath that we've been working on. We're going to put it back in front of us. We're going to grab 2 of your ribbons, whichever pattern and the way you want to lay them. So grab them each, lay them together, and then in the middle you can either measure them. You can either measure them here and say, you know, and say this is the middle, and then you can pitch them up, or if you need to fold them in half. But I don't like, I just get used to making a marking, and you know where you got 6, and then you know how to add 6 to the end. And then I just, yeah, and then I just go from there. It's easier to just mark them down, and then you gather them up in the middle like you do your ribbon, and you gather them, pinch them up with your fingers as you go, walk it out. There you go, just like that. And when you get your middle, I just kind of bend the sides, just kind of bend it down in shape. Then you open up your pipe cleaner, and you're going to go right in the center with your pipe cleaner on the bottom where you've got your mesh.
Do we push down like we did?
Yes, push all the way down. Always push down. You don't want gaps in your mesh. What you need?
I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. And when you do that, give it 2 good twists, pushing it down in there. Now these are wide ribbon. You can kind of manhandle them some. I always follow the same pattern. So if she's got the bigger plaid and then the orange, I'm going to pull that one this way, and I'm going to pull the plaid next. So we want the same pattern to go every time.
Okay.
Like
So we're going to
across?
follow that all the way across, getting all 6 of your pipe cleaners filled. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have one first. So we're going to do your,
Wait, that way.
we're going to do that. Oh, you want it that way? Okay. And then you're going to do like that. And just kind of bend them up to where they, beautiful. All right, now go to the next one. Okay. You do that same pattern all the way across. All the way across. And just put both your ribbons together. Put both of your ribbons at the same time. That way you won't, then you can work them together. Just walk them up, just like you do your ruffle. Once you get it to the end, kind of take it and fold it in half. Kind of give it like this. That way. And then you walk your pattern out the same way all the way. That's great, isn't that pretty?
That is actually really cute.
It really is beautiful. Wait till your picture gets in there. Okay, so just walk your pattern, keep doing that. Now you've changed it. Do you want to go that way or you want to go this way?
Wait, what do you mean?
Cause
Oh,
however you
this.
want to do it, just follow your pattern. It's your creation. I usually just do it this way, but you can do it that way. That's very cute too. So if you like that, then do it that way.
Yeah, I like this one.
Okay, just follow your pattern. However you make your pattern, or just do it every time that way, all the way around. We want to make sure that it looks the same. It's the symmetry, you know, the pattern that matches. I don't like the hodgepodge look at that point. You know, you want it to be following each one. So we're going to do that all the way around. This is your creative juices, how you like it. So that's what you do. So keep working it all the way around. See, I think it's going to fill in pretty. You know, it's going to be
I also
beautiful.
brought those little sunflowers.
Oh.
I think, like, if you look at the color,
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll really go good. I love sunflowers.
You could add those in there.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I think
I
I'll
think
go.
I'd wait until I got my sign and then decide how
Yeah.
where you want to add them. You certainly can do anything you want to do, or you don't have to do any of them. It's all of what you want to add or don't add. It's strictly your call. So we're going to continue doing this all the way around. Let me show you one thing before we come back to it. I'm going to stop one of the girls and we're going to grab both of our different colored tubings. We're going to put them where we gathered the two at one end. We're going to make a loop. We're going to come back, take this tail, make a loop, bring it down to the end. Gives us a bow tie. We're going to come in, open up our pipe cleaner, lay it right at as tight as you can, and we're just going to keep twisting it all the way to the top. So we're going to twist it all the way out. Then grab your needle nose pliers, yep, and we're going to leave about a 1/2 inch. You're going to snip off the rest. You're going to take this into the pipe cleaners. You're going to fold it down into your wreath. Now you have one finished.
Oh, that's.
Let me show. Isn't this beautiful? You have one finished. It's got the ribbon, and you finish it off with the tubing. Take and twist off your pipe cleaner, cut it off, leave you a 1/2 inch, and then twist it forward inside the wreath. So we're going to stop. We're going to let everybody catch up, and then we'll get back with you. And when we're ready to start the mesh on the top row. Thank you. Okay, we're back again. Let's have an update of where we're at on our wreath making. So we've got all the first row done. Oops, I'm so sorry. It attacks easily. And we've almost got the top. So we've taken all of our 21-inch meshes. Also, when you're working your wreaths, they'll have lots of trims that you'll need to do. Don't pull them. Just trim them as you see them, and as you go, just snip them with your scissors as you go. So we've almost got it completely. We've got one pipe cleaner left to go on the top, and then the top will be finished, and then we'll be ready to put on our ribbon. And so Maddie's working on hers to finish this last one. I'll go on and open it up for her. She'll be ready to roll with it. And then Hannah's almost done. She's got hers going too. And you can also do this when you learn how to do it. You can do your ribbon and finish it all out as you go. So we'll watch Hannah do one complete. She can go on and finish out hers. Once she does her ruffles on there, she can take and add her ribbon and her tubing.
I had scissors somewhere.
Oh, did I?
Maybe I moved them.
Are they blue?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Okay, sorry, we lost scissors. And we're going to trim all the pieces. Don't pull. Remember, girls, just snip them as you go. So Hannah has already decided to work her ribbons as she works her final rows. So she's added her mesh. Now she's going to come back and she's going to add her ribbons and her tubing and finish off her wreath that way. And Maddie's going to have to add her ribbon as she goes. Yours is so pretty, Maddie. She's almost done with hers. And it's a little more fluffier, so it might not go so much in a storm door, but it's going to be beautiful wherever it hangs. So, and Hannah's finishing hers out. We're using the 2 different ribbons, wired ribbons. We've cut them at 12 inches. And then we're using the 8mm tubing. She's using 2 colors. The ribbon and the mesh that Hannah is working with, she got at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has 50% off on ribbon and mesh every other week. They don't have tubing that often, so usually you get tubing. This tubing happens to be Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has lots of wonderful colors of tubing. And pipe cleaners, they also usually have every 3 weeks at Hobby Lobby for 50% off, so that's always a good deal. But the frame, I'm not sure where she purchased her frame.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree frames, and then we have the pipe cleaners, and the tubing came from the Dollar Tree. And so you can do a lot of nice things with it. She's going to finish it out. She's using the 18 inches is what we cut the tubing at 18 inches. And she's using 2 colors, and she sets that inside the pipe cleaner on top of her ribbons. We don't ever back out the pipe cleaners and add in. We have enough pipe cleaner, we just do as we go. So we add that in as we go. All right, so you're ready, Maddie, to do your rest of your ribbons. And let me see your sign. I'm going to go on and show them we're going to use this sign on Maddie's. I'm going to go on and prepare her sign. I'm going to add pipe cleaners on the back. I'm going to use a staple gun and staple 4. I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And I'll be right back. You guys can continue watching the girls finish their come over here and show you. So we've added the pipe cleaners that has wire. So we're good on that, and we put them in 4 different spots and twisted it on and off, and then we're going to use that to attach it in the middle of our frame when we get to that point. So once we finish doing our ribbon, which you need, at least we're getting there. All right, finish that up. Miss Hannah, do you have a sign that you'd like for me to do, or you want to do it?
No, you can do it.
I can show you or walk through with you. All right, so what I would do, I always leave, that we're on video, I always leave this on because when your wreath gets old or you decide you want to take it down, you can still use this. So all I do is snip off the price tag, and when I attach it, I leave this down behind. That way, you always can use your sign. There's no use in tearing it all apart. And since this one, I'm going to do 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here. I'm not going to go through the side unless you want me to do 1 on each side. What do you want to do? I can do that. My staples won't go through. I got little ones.
Whatever you
So,
think.
let's see. I think with the spread of them being that far, I think the 2 at the tops, that's what I would do on this particular one. Since it's skinnier and we don't have to wore it across, I would just work. What color of pipe cleaners did you have? I need 4. Are they right here?
Yeah.
I will use 4 of those.
Can I have
3, 4.
Yes.
Perfect. So, if we have any questions, make sure that you comment, and I'll get you or email or message me, and I will always get back to you. So you won't have to wonder and try to figure that out. I try to respond as quickly as possible. I wasn't watching. I was just watching what I was doing. So we've got all of our pipe cleaners on. So when you do your sign, just keep that down underneath when you put it in there.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, So I just use my little electric stapler and bada bing, bada boom. Where'd you get your sign at? It's really cute.
I think that was Hobby Lobby.
Oh, very cute. I didn't see it. Oh, yeah, it is Fall Hobby Lobby. You're right. Very pretty. It's going to be pretty, too. It is pretty. Okay, so everyone's following through, and we're putting the ribbons on. And we've got the tubing in, and once we get that, we take the pipe cleaners and twist that down. Then we snip off, leaving about a 1/2 inch, and turn it like, watch Hannah, she's going to do that right here. Scoot up a little bit, there you go. She's going to snip that end, perfect. And then she's going to take the remainder and push it forward to the center. Beautiful. So she's almost done. She's got
2 more.
and she's doing hers, like I said, at the beginning. She's just doing it all and following through. And Maddie's doing hers, and we're doing it as we go. All right, so we can go over here. I think, Maddie, are you finished? Okay, so we're over here with Maddie. She's got hers all but the tubing in. And you've got more tubing somewhere, I guess, yeah?
Right here.
Okay.
I started doing the tubing.
Okay. That's what we want. Keep on doing the tubing. Finish it out. I don't know where your brown is, though. This is... I'm not sure. There's a piece. Can't figure yours out, Maddie. I don't know where the other pieces are. Everybody's stuff's everywhere. Missing it all.
Well, it was black, so
Yeah,
kind of
that's
looks
okay.
like.
Well, I don't know. Keep going. We'll keep going. We'll figure it out. You're missing browns, though? Is that what it is?
Yeah, two.
2 brown? Okay.
It might be under my chair.
And I have mine, so I was just making sure I didn't take yours by accident.
You're good on yours, too?
Yeah.
Okay. I will come over here and cut 2 more for Miss Maddie. Go that direction. All right, everyone that's still watching, thank you for being with us. We're finishing it up. Are you watching the girls? Hopefully you can see enough of what they're doing. We've done a 14-inch frame. We're making the skinny. So we have taken 6 pipe cleaners, put them the bottom 2 wires right up against each post, so there's 6 that way. Then the top 2 wires, we're putting it in the middle of the 2 posts, and we're using 6 there. We've taken 2 different colors of deco mesh that are 10-inch mesh, and we've cut them 20 inches. So all the 2 colors have cut 20 inches. So then we take and start on the bottom, the outer reds, and we take the first color, the second color, first color, second color, all the way around. Then we come back and we take our 2 of our wired frame ribbons of your choice to match your frame, to match your picture, whatever you're working on. What you missing?
I need the little cutting.
Oh, okay. And then, lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
And then you come back, and once you put the ribbons on, then you do the 18 inches of the 2 colors of your 8mm tubing. And then when you're done with your tubing, you take and twist the pipe cleaners and leave a 1/2 inch and snip that off and bend it forward. Then once you do that, you come back and you do your top, and you do your last 6. You add your mesh, then you add your wired ribbon, then you add your tubing, then you twist it all the way up, and then you bend it over and tuck it. So Maddie, I think, is almost done with hers. And I'm going to show you how beautiful hers is. It's very nice. It looks so cute. And then we're going to twist the camera around a little bit, and then I'm going to show how we attach this sign, so everyone kind of has an idea of how the signs are attached.
Turn it on.
All right, so here we have her wreath. It's very pretty. Look how pretty she's done on it. Isn't it fabulous? This is Maddie. So, all right, so I've got all of our pipe cleaners on. I'm going to grab all 4 of them at once. Then I'm going to go straight down the middle and grab all 4 pipe cleaners at once. Then I'm going to ask Miss Maddie, where do you want your sign to set at? Do you want it set more this way where it turns, where you're not in the middle of these?
I think this is the one this way.
Okay, then we'll put it that way. You can put it however you like. So once we decide that we're putting it right here, then I'm going to flip it over. We're going to flip it over, still holding on to our pipe cleaners. All right. Then I'm going to take the pipe cleaner and go on the bottom wire. And I'm going to give it a good snug till I get them all. I'm not going to add more until, or, you know, hold it down more until I get them all in place. Sorry for the head. Okay, once we get all 4 of these in position, then I'm going to turn it back over before I tighten them down, and then I'm going to ask Maddie how we're looking on our sign. Is that where we want it?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look good to you?
Yeah.
Perfect. So now we're going to come back, now that we've got it tight, and we're going to come back and loop it 2 times. 1 and 2. And then we'll just take that in there, and I just leave it in there. 1 time over here, and we're going to come back for, make sure it's tight, and 2. This is where we keep our sign tight at. So we've got this in position, and we're going to come back under. 1 and 2, and we're going to come back over here. We're going to tighten it up. See how loose it was? We want to make sure we're still where we want it. Of course, your ribbons are going to get a little kinky and all messed up some, but that's what you got to come back and straighten it out, spin it around, and get it like you want to once we get the sign in. Once your sign's in, then you can pretty much do anything. All right, so it looks pretty good. We're going to give two snugs over here. There's 1 and 2. So I'm going to push that in, and we are done. How pretty is that? We have to straighten up our bows and everything, but we're not going to do that because we're going to put our placemat on to cover the back before we go through and work all that up for our bows, and we still don't have it. But before we put that on, we want to have a hanger. So I'm going to come over here and look for some color that I think that will be pretty.
Wait.
I've got some linen when I find it here. Come on, Maddie. It's on the floor. All right, we're back again. I finally found it. It wasn't the linen that I wanted, but I did find some orange, and we're going to use orange. And again, I cut this at 18 inches. I cut this at 18 inches, and I like to use this thick ribbon, and I don't like it to be the real slick kind because then it comes out, and I don't like that. So we're going to cut 18 inches. Put a rubber band around that. And then you find the beginning of your sign. And then you come back here and you make a knot. Can you see? I'm going to make a knot and tie that off. I might have made that a little too long. So you want to leave about 2 inches. That's all you need. Then I'm going to come back around. I'm going to slip through here, and I'm going to make another knot in the ribbon. So now I have my 2-inch pieces. There's plenty of mesh to put that on a door. You don't want it hanging above, so you make them really tight. Tie those off tight. Now I take my ribbon, I come under and up through the center, and then I come around again, and I make a bow tie knot. You'll see what I'm talking about when I'm done. Then I come back through there, and look at there. I made a bow tie. So there's the bow tie, and you can hang it. Now we're going to take our placemat that you can buy at Dollar Tree for $1. They have all kinds of colors. You just have to shop all the time. And this fits perfectly on a 14-inch. And when you work it around with zip ties, So you keep it balanced how much you want. But I always start and do one on each side. I do one on each side of the hanger that hangs the, and I don't do it as tight as I would do, but I make sure it's on there so it's kind of secure. We'll come back once we get them all on in the position we want them, and then we'll make them tighter at that point. So we're going to come through here, and we're going to use these zip ties. And then we're going to attach them. So we've got 2 around here. Then what I like to do is come to the end. So we'll come straight across, make sure we've got plenty up here so we're not way overboard. So we want to make sure that we have plenty going up. Now I'm going to take one, thank you, and I'm going to go straight down like at the 6 o'clock time and come in there, poke that through, and then come up. Now I'm going to go back up again at the 1 o'clock position and try to get these all balanced out to where we have plenty of mesh on each side. And so I space them out. So I do like one every two hours if you were going to look at it that way. So I'll have 3 more I'm going to put on this side and 3 on the other side. And it just protects the wall. It protects the brick. It protects the glass. It protects anything that you put this against, and it gives it a finished product. How you doing, Hannah? Did you get all yours done?
Yes. I'm just trimming up now.
Okay. Yep. Trim as you go. Don't ever pull. Remember, don't pull your threads because deco mesh will fray. The more you touch it, the more you will have to trim it up, but that's okay. Don't spray them. Some people try to spray and do all that. You don't need to spray them. Just trim them up. Don't touch it. Trim them up and keep on going with it. All right, let's see here. We're almost done on this side. Get that in there. There we go. All right, now we're going to go to the other side. And once we get the other side done, then we can tighten them down if we need to tighten them a little more. And we can snip off all of our zip ties at that point. We're going to add that in there. Are you done with all yours?
Mm-hmm.
So now what you do is take your sign, grab all 4 of your pipe cleaners, and go straight in the middle and then lay it where you like it best with all the ribbons and the mesh, and kind of twist it and move it how you think it might go. And we'll want to make sure that that string stays underneath there too, because we don't want to leave it on the outside. We'll want it underneath. And when you think you've got it laying like you like it, then you flip it over and attach snugly. You can attach your, you like it? Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. So just, oh, okay.
Yep. And now you can take those pipe cleaners. You got it. You're hanging onto it. And attach each one. Spread it out where it goes. And do it on the bottom wire. So I think we're good. So we'll just tighten these down. Don't tighten them too tight. Just enough to where there's no play. You can do those on that side.
And you said pull it tight?
Yeah, just wrap it around the wire once, so because you might want to adjust it, so you don't want to have to go back and undo it. Just do the bottom loop, pull it in tight like that, and just leave it like that, and then do all of them that way. Then you can flip it back over, and then you can see if that's where you want your sign. Now I've got all the zip ties on my. Look how nice that is. I got all the zip ties on the back of my placemat, so I'm going to come back through and snip them all off, the ends that are extra. And once you get done snipping the ends that are extra, you want to take that zip tie and twist it under so that little scratchy piece, the end piece, isn't out hurting you, the wall, the glass, any of that. So once you do that, you can always straighten ribbon once you're done, but this is where you want to make sure. So we want to spin these under. See that little rough part? We're going to spin these around so it's all tucked under. You don't have to have that on your finger now. Now we've got a beautiful matted back. Isn't that beautiful with the hanger? And look how pretty our sign is and everything is. What a great job you did, Maddie. So I have this up here where you can spread it if you need to move that and adjust your hanger so it hangs nice and neat. If it's not, yeah, you can. Let me just do one thing here. If this isn't done, you just adjust it in the back. Hang on. And you adjust this over so your picture hangs nice. You don't want it to not hang in the center. Perfect. Now you flip it back over. Now you go back through and make sure all your tubing, your mesh, your ribbon, everything lays the way you want it. You want to flip back down your ribbons so they're not sticking up. You want to have them lay the direction all the way, both upper and lower. How cute is that? I hope you've enjoyed this. Hannah, you want to show them when you get your
Yeah, I'm just trying to tighten
picture
it.
in. Once she's got it tight,
I don't
we
know if
will-
I'm doing it right.
we will work on hers and see if she's got it. And then we've got a placemat we've got on hers. Maddie, you want to twist the camera just a little bit more our direction so she can be seen? And then we will, beautiful, perfect. Oh, that's fine, we don't need to go up higher. All right, so she's getting it all done.
Is that right?
When you come, is this what you done? Is this your, what I do, that's all right. What I do is we want to make sure it's snug. So we're gonna, oops. We don't want to start looping it until we've got a snug picture.
I don't know what I did either.
Yeah, I'm not sure here. So. Yeah, you don't want to start wrapping and doing everything until you know that's right where you want. So you want to start like that and move this and leave it like that till you get it good. Then once you've got it good and snug, you just come back through and loop it through.
Okay.
You don't do all that twisting, so you just want to loop it through and bring it back.
Yeah, that one I twisted, sorry.
That's okay. I'm just trying to help you figure out what we're doing here. We'll do it together, figure it out. Yeah. That extra twisting, you just want to wrap it around the wire once you get it. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to, because you got to go in different directions. And then it goes back. Because that's the only way you're going to get it really nice and see, because you're going to lose your, you don't have your frame done. This one's done. Now, there you go. See the difference? And now you just feed it, like wrap it around. And then wrap it around and do that 2 or 3 times. Then once you get it all done, you can come back and look and see where you're at. So this one looks like you're pretty good. You almost have it done. And then you just, it's kind of like sewing. You just weave it in through there. And you don't need more than 2 or 3 times because it's not necessary. All right, let's see if we can undo this little guy, get him nice and snug, and we'll go back before we do more and make There we go. Now we can do it a couple of times just because I think you had it where you wanted it. You just had it wrapped kind of differently. All right, now I'm going to hold it for, look at there. What do you think? Is that where you want it? Beautiful. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that's going to be when she gets all her ribbons done. So we're just going to push in the pipe cleaners. I had an extra orange, so she got lucky today that I had an orange. Now on the 18-inch frame, you're not going to get the whole mat, but we're going to be able to hook it to the 3rd wire. So we're going to space this. We don't even have to worry about getting a Maddie, do I have that orange over there that I used for the to put on the piece, or did we put it away already? Oh, perfect. So we're going to cut 18 inches. Sorry. We're going to cut 18 inches, and one time all you need to do on your ribbon, because you don't want it to make lines. So we're going to do 18 inches. So cut. Okay, so you're going to find your top. So we're going to let Hannah do this. I told you guys how to do it a second ago, so we're going to see how we do it. You have your top,
Yep,
your center.
right here.
All right, so we're going to take and we're going to work it. You might have to stand up to work it, but you're going to put one loop here and tie it and leave about 1.5 inches or so tail, 2 inches at the most. But you need enough to work it and tie it, so make it long enough. Yeah, that's not, you need a little bit more, honey, because you're gonna work that again and make a bow tie. So you need, I'd say, you know, close to 2 inches. That's, yeah, that's more perfect. All right. Yeah, that's plenty. So now come over here and make your other one on the next side. And you're gonna go up and around.
Wait.
So you're
Sorry, I
gonna
wasn't
take,
watching
that's all
the
right,
other
you're
one.
gonna take this and you're gonna come through here, pull it down, and you're gonna make another
Okay.
knot. Does that make sense? So now you've got 2. So we want to snug it real tight. We want to make sure that this is hanging in the center.
Oops, no.
Which way do I need to go?
This way. Yeah, perfect.
So now, once you've got it on there perfect, you take this, you come underneath, you make a knot, and then we're going to come around and make your bow tie. Bada bing, bada boom. So now you've got your bow tie. All right, so now you're going to zip tie. You're going to use your 3rd wire, okay? So you're going to take and zip tie all those around. Maddie, it's very beautiful, honey. Are you proud of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to use that 3rd ring because that's as big, and we're going to come around and try to balance that up to where you're not using. So how much do you have on your side over there?
I don't have enough. Well, right there is good.
Because you're going to go on your 3rd wire.
Oh, wait.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's okay. You want to
There
go on
was
your
4.
3rd wire. So you want to balance it out to where you have enough, the same amount of. Let's see. I'm thinking you need to go back into there a little further. See how I've done? I think you need to go back in a little more because we have a lot of mesh. All right, again to recap, 14-inch work frames, yes, 12 pipe cleaners, spacing them in the middle section of the 2, put 6 there. The bottom, you're going to do the up rings, and you're going to do 6 on the bottom 2 wires. 10-inch deco mesh cut at 20 inches using 2 different 10-inch deco meshes. Then we've used 2 wired ribbons, your choice, 2.5 inch. If you can use 2 of those, or you can use 2.5 and a 1.5. And then we use 18-inch, 8mm tubing, and you can use 1 color or 2 colors, your choice. Then we've attached everything. We put the 2 different colors of deco mesh going all the way around it. Then we did all of our ribbons all the way around it, and then on the top, on the inner circle, we did each one as we go. Then we've attached our sign. We attached our hanger on the back, and now we're attaching a placemat to cover the back. It won't cover the whole one on the bigger ones, but it'll at least look nice and pretty when it's hanging on a door or wall. Isn't it beautiful? I want to show you this one that we learned today. You can finish going ahead and putting on your back, and I also want to show you Maddie's that she finished up today. Aren't they beautiful? All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.